we're here.
Yay.
Dimitri, it's your
Oh,
first
wait.
stream on your new computer. Congratulations! Woo!
Yeah, woo, yeah.
I have an ad.
And I have an ad.
I got a
Welcome.
boot.
Welcome to Age of Innovation, The Haunted, where we feast upon your entrails. I mean, where we feast upon your fears. I mean,
I don't know if
No.
you want mine right now.
okay, never mind. You can keep them. Just keep them right over there. But
You
yes.
get 'em every time.
But yes,
God
welcome
damn it.
to tonight's episode. We have a lot of fun in store for all of the people here. And
You would never know.
you would never know. Yeah. I don't have any announcements really. Tomorrow's stream with Grouch Couch was canceled, so I will not be over there tomorrow night. So looks like a game night. Woo! Or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe there's some democracy to be had since now Esh is part of the Helldiver crew. We need to induct him along with the other, along with all the rest of the bajillion Xbox babies that just joined us this week.
Way to make me feel
Xbox.
special.
You are. You're the refreshments. You're not the refreshments. You're
What's happening? Are you complimenting me? Because it's not going well.
You are the not recruits. You are the help
Still
that we needed. Reinforcements. Thank you, Graham.
I thought we were supposed to have a cold open today.
Yeah, it's happening
This
here.
is-
Sure.
This is a tepid welcome at best.
This is tepid welcome at best. Yeah, no,
I
that's
feel
fine.
insulted.
No,
somehow.
don't feel insulted. I love you, and that's all that matters.
I'll be right back. My boyfriend locked himself out.
And yeah, that's about par for the course. All right. But yes, we're gonna jump right into the story here in a moment. But of course, as always, I have to, give the props where props are welcome, are needed. I didn't have caffeine today, so
Ooh.
yeah, that's fine. We're gonna make it. I know the English language pretty well by this
Do
point.
you?
That's why I said pretty well. Okay, so to my right we have Ash.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I
Mhm.
play Esh. My real name is Hunter. I'm a Leo. You know,
Beautiful.
DM me, I guess.
Love that. To Ash's right. To Ash's right, we have Ezra.
I'm back.
Beautiful.
You see that?
Yeah.
I'm not Ezra. I am Speed.
Yes. That's beautiful.
I am out of breath, actually.
That is okay. It's okay. And then below we have Orin.
Hi, I'm Oren.
The end. And to his left we have Dimitri. Yeah. All right. That's beautiful. We have a very interesting way of starting things. So
Aaron, I'm too warm right now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty hot in here too.
I too am hot feeling right now, but that's okay because
I
Things-
sit for the AC.
My fans right there, and I can barely feel it.
What I'm saying is get fucked.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is it was a dark and stormy night.
When Ezra died.
Let's change up the ambiance.
A group of jellyfish is called a smash.
I can.
You told me to tell you as soon as I was sure. I'm sure now. He just left. Bloody. Then the vision. We've got a little time. I can't do this on my own. I'll call Rhea. You know, they're never going to forgive us if this goes wrong. We've got to be bricky about it. Right, well, prepare the room. as a last resort, and only a last resort. Xanth, to what do I owe the pleasure? Madame Rhea, I'm afraid the time is of the essence. Our hunted crew that came from Italy they've been compromised. And if we don't act now, I know we face another end of an age of the world. How can you be sure? I've taken the oath, my lady. I cannot lie to you. There's been a vision. And it goes like this. You guys get into an elevator. I think I'll stay. Thank you. And the elevator goes far, far, far down. You can feel it dropping below you.
I remember what happened last time we got on one of these.
The same one.
I feel you, Dimitri, you can feel your body get a little queasy from the sudden motion. Someone was going to Esh attempts to jump to see if he can fall at the same speed as the elevator goes down. It's then that the voice comes over the intercom. Friends, there's been a startling development, and we need to put you in containment. The elevator is going to bring you to a safe room. You hear Senna's words. And as he speaks, you guys can feel a little bit of your heart start to pound a little bit more. What do you guys do?
Blow Senna up.
Cry.
Wait for the elevator doors to open.
Okay.
What is the visibility in this elevator?
Just
Like, what can we
the
see
immediate.
outside the elevator?
It's just the immediate square of the room. This steel box that you're in.
Is this an elevator that is underwater? Like, what is it traveling through?
This elevator is taking you from Urvi's room down to go see the otters right now.
Going
Okay.
to see the
Forgot that's what we
otters.
were doing.
Waffles
Is
and
it-
pancakes.
Yeah.
Look
I
at the rabbits, Lenny.
so is it traveling?
It's
through
traveling
water,
down.
or is it traveling
It's
through the building?
It's through the
proper?
building. To get to the otters, you have to get from this building through the science center to the dock to take the submersible up to where the otters were at the Priory entrance.
And so the question was, what are we doing when we hear Cinna's voice saying that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we need to go to containment,
Yes,
and we are stuck in an elevator?
correct.
Has what had
No.
happened? So therefore, I would trust Cinna
No.
and let that occur,
Okay.
or at least move forward in
Right.
what he's.
You hear there's, I guess you could say that there might be a little bit of an awkward silence between all four of you as you're looking to each other.
I mean, I did say we needed to trust them.
You can feel the
I slapped
Like
the shit out of Aura.
the heartbeat. You get to the door and the door opens. And you find yourself in this large white room. In front of you is Senna, Vespera, Delphinus, and Jacob. Senna's like, I'm sorry. We just found it out, and we need to act fast. I'm afraid that all of you have been compromised in some way, and we need to be sure that things don't escalate. He looks over.
Can you give us more information?
Unfortunately, time is of the essence, and we're going to have to sedate all of you until we can be sure. He takes 2 steps forward, and at the side of his hand, you see that there is this large syringe, and you can feel your heartbeat elevating. I need Ezra and Esh to roll me a D100, please.
Let's go!
Love a D100, bro.
I rolled one of these in another game where I have a similar curse, and I rolled a 2, so I think this is gonna go well for me, guys.
65.
65.
29.
29.
I cannot roll well with D100s.
I don't even know what well means in this context.
I just assume low numbers are bad with D100s. I just do.
I need Ezra
Hunter was 4 off
Let's
from
go!
something great.
to roll me a D6.
Uh-oh.
6. I didn't take that out yet.
Your heartbeat
Shit.
is racing faster, but you realize that it's not. You feel like you should be calm, but something else is increasing the anxiety in your pit of your stomach. A 1. All right, cool. Ash.
Which is, I'm more contaminated than Esh, too, which is probably
Yeah.
not helping.
You have okay. Beautiful. I need to keep this open so I can refer to it. You're standing there staring at them. The scientists, whom Ezra you have been working with lately, are now looking at you with a strange mixture of fascination, but mostly worry. And you can sense there's not really a charisma check needed to tell you that the 4 of them are incredibly tense right now.
I'm filled with
And then-
rage.
And then you and then you
Oh, that's my
feel
thing.
something itching on your fingers. You look down, and the tips of your fingers are blackening from
Oh.
fingernail going up the fingers. And then a fingernail and tip of finger falls to the ground, like as if it's just sludge. Revealing bone. And then another. And then another. You see Jacob's eyes go wide as he looks at you. He's like, I think we might be too late. Esh, you feel really loose. It's such a strange sensation, this feeling of your flesh moving in such a way that you feel like you're sinking down a little bit. You're seeing the world start to go lower and lower and lower, and you look down and you watch your leg that is standing begin to bend in an awkward angle, and you realize that your bones are no longer solid.
Squishy ball.
Can I
Yeah,
respond in any way?
Yeah, of
Or
course.
cast something?
sure. You can most definitely try.
I will ask one more thing, just in a passive perception kind of way.
Yeah.
I know there's something happening to me. Do I notice that something has fallen off of Ezra?
I would say if Ezra's
Like,
hands
from
are
the
in front
sound or-
Ezra's
yeah.
hands like this, you're watching their fingers just kind of like disintegrate down into the palm of their hand.
Okay, to be
I also
fair,
think that Ezra's probably starting to panic.
okay, fair enough. I would say like in these moments, I would be like the first one, but not so far that they would
Yeah.
probably be, periphery a little bit left.
Yeah.
But I probably would have clocked, just a classic like, is everybody behind me kind of thing. So fair enough. I would like to cast Hold Person on Ezra and myself.
There's no effect.
And that's where I learned that, that kind of
This
like
room. Yeah.
noticing that like there is something legitimately wrong, and mostly trusting probably Cinna's reaction,
Yeah.
because I think the other ones would be like more, I don't want to say brave, but I think there is a cowardice in friendship, maybe,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a compassion.
Yeah.
So there's like that, like
You can.
Ash is making the motion of like Ezra would clock a "please forgive me" face, because I'm trying to like, in Esh's mind, I think it's worth mentioning, I'm trying to keep Esh or Ezra literally together, and I'm trying to keep myself in a
Solid
position where I don't fall, because I'm about to sink. Like, I think Esh is very immediately accepting of strange parameters given his everything.
Yeah.
But trying to fix it, and the sorrowfulness from the forgive me to like, oh, we're fucked kind of thing.
Right. As that's not happening and you realize that your Orphic power is being blocked somehow, you begin to fall over, and Senna does catch you in his arms as he just captures your Gumby, you're basically like Mr. Fantastic with no control over his body. You're just kind of now becoming this oozy, not even, well, oozy's maybe a bad word, but a very bendy,
It is a bad word.
gum like man that's just has
It's the
no
Adventure Time thing. Where it's like,
just-
where do bones go?
yeah, basically. Oren, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna try to catch either Esh or Ezra and try to get them set for the injection.
To be clear, Ezra, you have 2 levels of contamination, yes?
Yeah.
Ash,
2
you
of
only
them.
had 1?
Correct. Yeah.
Ezra, I need you to roll me another D100, please.
You
Oh, no.
son of a bitch!
Oren goes over to catch you as you you're starting to panic. You're seeing the panic of your fingers are still moving. There's these bony clawed finger bits that are coming out of your hand right now, and they are not human fingers. What did you roll?
69!
Nice.
Let's go!
So cured.
Oh, suddenly Kalama
I'm
comes
cured.
through the window.
I'm cured.
Nice.
Don't-
I got
So
2
nice.
nices in the chat. Let's fucking go.
The thing
I'm
that's
having
great
a
is
mental breakdown.
those 2 are in the same room.
Beautiful. Your forehead begins to mutate. There is this spine that you see Oren, as you're getting close to Ezra, that comes out, and it's got this weird membrane attached to another spine, and you just see from
Got
front
worse.
to all the way back, there is this
Got worse.
fin that is just going tearing skin and hair and flesh in this membrane of fins, and you see that the fingers that are now coming together are now pulling apart with this strange webby mucusy thing.
I think we're just gonna put
Becoming
that
a
back.
fish.
We're just gonna put that back in there.
You
Becoming a
see
fish.
their neck begin to split and serrate down the sides as these gills begin to open. And Ezra, you can't breathe.
Oh, good. It's fine. I already couldn't breathe because I imagine Ezra's probably having a panic attack.
It's getting the girl. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, it's getting worse.
She tries to poke the fin back down. That's not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
I would like
there's
to
a
Told me
spine that
69 meant fish.
goes right into your fingertip as you touch it.
So if I'm a Gumby and I have no bones, I have
Yes.
eyes tattooed on me, especially on my vertebrae.
Yeah.
So they are fully gummy, like an eyeball, right?
Yeah. You can feel that there is a
Also, disguise self is very difficult right now.
Orin, when you did this with your blanket, there is a shape that looked just like an eye that went right over your head.
Yep.
That's amazing. Yeah, that was good timing.
What is this? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. As this is happening, you can hear the scientists begin to erupt as they're trying to talk to each other quickly. Esh, there's something growling in the pit of your stomach.
Can you
Don't puke.
describe that more?
Yes. There is something that sounds like a growl,
Oh, he's
No.
hungry.
and it like you feel this
Oh,
come
my body
out.
is much more feeble.
comes
Go
it like reverberates through your body as if there's another pair of lungs that is now on the inside and gasping for the air that you normally have within you. Like you ever had that sensation of the wind being knocked out of you?
Yeah, I was wondering how you were going to make this relatable, but yes, I have.
Beautiful.
You ever been punched in the gut?
It's like that, but no punch or impact. It's just a sudden lack of air as air is sucked into another organ that's not normally there and removed from your lungs.
It's a terrifying sound. So, like, I'm gasping with no sound. You
Right.
know, it's essentially kind of like what Christopher Lee described as being like stabbed in the back. You know, when he was on like Lord of the Rings. A very niche
Yeah.
reference.
Very
it's
niche,
just that,
but I
like-
know what you mean.
So yeah, Orin, you know, you hear that, Dimitri, you like hear that of just like terrifying. Like I have no bones and I seemingly can't breathe.
Dimitri, what
I'm
are you
running
doing?
over to Ash and trying to cast Spear of the Dying on him.
You reach out and nothing happens. There's no connection to any Orphic power.
I would assume my mouth is like agape, right?
Yeah.
So like, can they hear like growling
Yeah.
from me?
Yeah,
But like not me making it.
correct.
So
it is
probably the worst thing you've ever seen in your life or heard experience.
probably close to the next thing that happens. Dimitri, as you
Don't
lean
add more.
over Esh, there is a quick ripping of flesh, and suddenly
Really?
there is a hand.
Did we give a
That
trigger
was not
warning?
necessary.
We did.
Did we give a
What
trigger?
is going on? I'm
There is a hand that has reached through Esh and grabbed into yours. It is now, you are now connected by a sinewy black arm that has gone from within your body up, his body up through yours, and grabbed as you can feel the blossoming,
Like chest
intense, kind of, but from the center of your stomach out and
Okay.
into his. And you can feel that pain blossom, and suddenly you're remembering once again the sensation of what it feels like to die.
No, I'm not liking this. Spare the dying. I want to keep
I'm-
trying.
You
I'm still
you do
next
it
to
again.
Orin, right?
And yes.
Happy
and you're
Halloween,
now,
everyone.
And you're watching next to you where Esh and Dimitri are now connected by an arm. That
I
has
think I'm gonna. I want to grab. I know I can't really breathe, but just let me have this. I want to grab Orin by the collar, and with the most fearful expression Orin has ever witnessed in this very confident man, I am going to beg. I don't want to die. Please don't let me die.
you watch the
Pine
skin
tree
around
shrivels.
you watch the skin around Ezra's eyes begin to pull back and widen, as if her face is being pushed through her own skin. Everything happens so fast from this point. Senna comes over with an injection, tries to stab it into Ezra, but Ezra's hand snaps Senna's hand in half as she tears it off and away from him.
I'm so sorry,
it's
Senna.
like someone else is taking control over Ezra. You have no connection with your body anymore. It's beginning to move of its own will, and the other hand grips up into Orin's throat and begins to dig fingers into his esophagus. All you can do, Ezra, is plead. I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. But Orin, you don't hear that. You don't
boy.
hear Ezra's pleas.
What do I hear?
Probably a lot of choking.
The sounds of my own gasp.
Now we finally meet together. We shall be.
The voice comes from Ezra and Esh at the same time in unison. Xanth stands on the other side of the wall, staring in horror at the carnage that is beginning to unleash in that room. Within minutes, the individuals inside are torn, consumed, and reform. A call is made. This priory has to be destroyed. It has to be sunk. It cannot, nothing inside cannot be allowed to reach the surface. The priory is cut off from the rest of the fold. It takes 2 days for it to surface again. A submersible, one of the ones that is in charge of shuttling people back and forth from the science center to the priory entrance. It is found by a merchant vessel sailing through the Pacific. They marvel at this strange ship that has risen to the surface. It is said that the ship's inhabitants fought valiantly against the abomination that quickly consumed them. Once the ship reached port, within a month, most of the world had succumbed to this new plague, something that even the fold was not prepared to fight. And that is how we start tonight's session.
You sure that's how we started?
Actually, sounds like
Basically.
next sounds like it's over.
The four of you awaken, staring at the table before you. Hand in hand, there's like almost like a, not necessarily a friendship circle, but there is like a hands that are all like held all the way around, as on the other side,
Seance.
kind of, on the other side is Xanth, Dio, and Rhea. You can still feel the sensation of skin breaking, of bone cracking, of faces melting, of joining together, of becoming a hive, a plague that soon overtook the earth. You can feel the cold sweat pouring down your face.
I'm unwell.
I immediately grab for my neck. I stand up first of all,
stand.
just to like do my legs work kind of thing, but very reflexive. So it's just like, where your hands go, my stomach, then like looking around, checking the room, and not
Dorian,
to.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just like not to. I don't know the word, like overcome or get in front of anybody else. But the next thing that I would do is, I think, a very like piercing stare to the three. In that slightly accusatory, slightly like almost pitiful, the slightly almost understanding, just like all those different emotions of, because we just woke up from like the worst possible thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Esh has the best understanding, so there is a sense of containment to all of that, but the eyes are just saying so much. So that's what I'll say right now.
You can see the hollowed look on Dio of him reliving what he just witnessed. Probably not for the first time. Rhea also seems to be regaining her composure in that dignified Victorian lady kind of way. She's just like fixing her dress around her neck. Takes a deep breath. This is probably one of the first times it is probably one of the first times you've ever seen Xanth look so bad.
No,
his eye
every time.
He's never looked good a day in his life. Fuck that guy specifically.
Sorry.
You see the purple under. You're starting to see the bags under his eyes, the stress lines that are now like across his forehead, and you can see that the taxation of having shared this vision with all of you is taking its toll. And he like puts a hand down on the table, and like, not that he was slumping forward, but he kind of pushes himself back into his chair and takes a very raggedy breath. You seen now what would have happened.
Did you just...
Was that a prediction? Was that divination? Or was that scare tactics? Be honest with me. I'll believe whatever you say.
Not the music.
If I was gaslit by this man, he's not making it out of this priory alive.
I'm gonna shift and then rip him to shreds.
Good.
I have made an oath, an unbreakable one. I cannot lie to the council, and I will not lie to you. The gift of foresight is one that has passed down through my ancestors. I do not possess it well, but when it has come, I have but one chance to change it. I wanted you to know. Rhea puts her hand up. No. If there's someone to blame for this, you're to direct your anger and resentment towards me. I am the one who gave the order. I am the one who made the call. I have learned over the last several millennia that I must trust in this prediction. It was his ancestors that foresaw the coming of the plague to begin with when it returned after the fall. Their visions have never strayed wrong.
How early did you know?
Who are you directing the question towards?
The council members.
Okay.
I mean, did you know
R-
before you even sent us, or?
Xanth shakes his head. I saw the vision within the hour. I asked Jacob to verify, to see that Ezra was indeed carrying part of the plague within them. Once he confirmed it, I immediately called Rhea, and we had but minutes to decide on a course of action. I had seen what would happen if we went and tried to be reasonable. It would not have ended well. This corruption bides its time within you. Of that we have learned through various errors in our judgment in the past. It listens. It waits. And if it senses it's going to be discovered, it acts. We had to make sure that there was no chance that it would break free beforehand. I know that you are undoubtedly going to despise me for the rest of your lives, and I do not blame you. I have taken time from your lives. But I wanted you to understand that it was not without reason.
I understand.
Rhea purses her lips a little bit, and she's like letting Xanth have his say. She looks directly into Esh's eyes, as if awaiting something.
Rhea,
She nods.
if I was in your position, I wouldn't have done the same thing. I would have done worse. You did good. It hurt because it's supposed to. It should have hurt worse. That's my only squabble.
She like opens her mouth like she's gonna say something like slightly clever, and then just thinks better of it. It may not be much of a consolation, but I will tell you that I have not examined 1,000 ways since that day. Every day, thinking that perhaps I could have done something differently. We simply did not have all the answers when we needed them.
No. Do we know why this plague would have waited for us to be discovered as opposed to, any of the people that it's already infected?
We don't. No more than we understand why the plague waited until the day of the convocation to unleash itself upon the entirety of those assembled during the fall of Bahiri. It had plenty of opportunity. It could have unleashed itself at any time in the many, many times on apparent record that were left. But it didn't. It chose to wait. But that has not always been the case. Why was it that it waited in you and didn't wait in the generals back in Italy?
I do have a armaments question. If we did have the potential to release Beldura from these bites and scrapes with Belasanti and the clear site we were in stasis from, kept that at bay, then moving forward, should we have some sort of stasis weapons or mechanism on us to entrap, quarantine like you did with us for any fold members or enemies or anything to prevent everything you just showed us?
A manner is being developed. Our initial focus had been on a cure. Now that we have found a semblance of such, we have shifted our focus within the last few weeks to try and develop some means of quarantining, an instant quarantine, if you will. The process to remove such contamination is taxing, not only on the one contaminated, but on the one who is needing to work the ritual in which that contamination is removed. It takes about an hour, and your body is left rather weak afterwards. The more the contamination, the longer the process is required. Much has happened in the last 2 years, and I'm sure that there are many questions that you will have. But let me be clear. This cult that is using this plague variant to increase their numbers, they have done so in a way that we have yet to be able to replicate. They are creating Orphics with the plague. And on some instances, it does backfire. We are currently at a war of sorts, a secret and very dangerous war with this cult. There is much that is being done throughout the world to... There is unrest. There are wars. This Napoleon is moving across vast swaths of land. Most of the focus of the world is on him. The cult is using these wars to be able to find and recruit new members. The moment we think we have them, they slip away, and it's months again until we find a new lead of any sort. She looks over at Dimitri. I know that you were concerned with the finding of your family. We had just discovered that your sister was alive. Thanks to your descriptions, we have kept an eye out for them. And occasionally we have seen them in and amongst these cult members. They seem to be using them as a sort of insurgency. They go in, cause conflict. We arrive, try to find them, and they disappear. Perhaps now, with you and your brother out of stasis, we can... Well, I don't want to put the word bait them out, but perhaps seeing familiar faces will cause more of a pause.
Just tell me where the last place was that you saw them.
We will do so.
I totally forgot Ulrich was here too until right now. Just want to throw that out there.
Our spies are hard at work. We know there is something that is still unknown and unseen. They are beginning to show usage of technology that we do not possess. Things that should not belong on the world's scene. It is unclear where they are gaining these technological advancements from, but...
Could you describe it in more detail? And please put it in my brain.
We can.
And I'll just like, if we're in like a non-anti-magic.
No, this is basically you're in one of the office, like almost like a meeting room that's within that main building that Urvi had been in. It's almost like an apartment building, right? It's just like this tall skyscraper that had been part of Bahiri.
Okay. I'll throw up then like a silent image.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, probably have done this multiple times before of like to help visualize what you mean by like technology that's unprecedented, because that could mean so many different things. I'll say like, here's permission, please, like, which is a weird-esh thing to do, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's permission, put it in my brain. You know, you got access because I want to know exactly all the details as we're talking about them, kind of thing, to show the others.
Right. Dio is the one who speaks with at this point. He sees your silent image and he kind of creates one of his own. Is he kind of like, it's almost like in those motions of like throwing the holograms like up on the table that they do in like sci-fi movies. It's just like, yeah, basically just kind of like throw something up there. You see a green hillside and what looks like a crater. At first, it looks like just like something exploded here, perhaps. But then upon like really looking at it as it begins to kind of like shift focus to this crater, you see that it is less a crater made from an explosion and more from an impact. He speaks. About a year ago, I suppose, this was discovered in High Postle in Scotland. It had apparently been some sort of meteorite that had fallen, is what was initially believed. But as you see, and he like zooms in to a more higher definition of this crater, when we arrived, it wasn't a meteorite that we found. What you see there is a small, for lack of a better term, pod that has crashed into the ground. It is broken, metallic, bent, probably about the size of a covered wagon or stagecoach. One side has been peeled back. Some of it destroyed in the explosion, but it's clear the side that was peeled happened after the fact. From what we were able to see, it looks like there was contents removed. This craft is not of Drayan origin. It is not ours. It is capable of interstellar flight. This was launched and targeted to land here. The cult had arrived before we did. Whatever it was that they were here after they have taken. Since then, we have had several encounters that ended in a rather thorough obliteration. Whatever explosives that they had contained in those boxes are able to incinerate matter down to, well, vaporization. We have lost more than a few fold members to this within the last year. Mingle that with the new weapons that are being used in the Napoleonic Wars, brought about by, well, we have noticed an increase in activity with your family, Esh. It may be time to make a visit.
Dio, they have been looking for me all this time, since I was but a boy. Do you want me to finally liberate myself from the shadows to the Madhawks? It seems like this is a time as good as any.
It might be. We will have to find a time where we can keep an upper hand, but it might be time.
Oh, they are well armed, and they've been working on new weapons. You know, and just like peeling down like the disguise self and just kind of like exposing that very raw, very like uncomfortable kind of tattooing. Especially since everybody is, you know, pretty aware. I think the only one probably the furthest out, but probably not now, is Xanth.
Yeah.
But Ray and Dio were like the first ones in the loop. I do not know, since this was done to me, how many more they have tried it on, how refined it has been, or if they are in league with this cult. All signs point to yes, and that refinement in the weaponization. And if you're telling me that there is alien vaporization, tools, items, objects, artifacts, all together, then I don't think the upper hand will ever be got. But we will lose time.
Rhea like sits back into her chair a little bit. Then we will try and find the best and most opportune opportunity then. That was a lot of opportunes.
Say it again.
No.
If you say it
Something.
times, you summon him.
There is to be undoubtedly another chance where they cannot help themselves but show off some. We will use that as an opportunity. As I recall, she looks over at Ezra, I had a very interesting interaction with his sister.
She shot me.
Tried.
She shot in my general direction. She just didn't land.
Then perhaps let us hope that that luck holds out still.
I have a
Oh, no.
proposal.
I'm 2 years rusty. Can't imagine how that happened.
Mm.
Oh wow.
I offered Jacob, in league with Alder, to run tests on these tattoos. Maybe one of those tests, you can infer what they used to do all of this, and trace that back to places that they would go, that they feel comfortable resource gathering, or some other insight, even if it's a place of refuge or spectacle, like you are inferring. Take what you must. It does not matter how much it hurts.
I think for the time being, we are quite through with trying to inflict pain on you, Esh. But we will do what we
so
must.
Little of me. I still have my bones.
He's very attached to his bones.
Even more so now, I would imagine.
Hate it here.
I'm
You,
beginning to like it.
Ezra,
Oh, wow.
you, as you're talking, you kind of like subconsciously are like rubbing your finger where you remember so vividly the alien-like appendages that had like grown over and out. You ever seen the movie The Fly? With a very
No.
old
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, it was. There may have been some inspiration from a very traumatic movie going experience from a very young Aaron. But anyway,
I think Ezra keeps unconsciously scratching where there were gills.
yeah. She looks Rhea looks over at all of you and then looks over at Dimitri. And you have a connection with someone, I understand. Or have grown to understand, I should say. I've had some very interesting conversations with Urvi.
What has she said?
I believe you must speak with her yourself, but she has said enough. This could bode well for us. Potentially. Just bear in mind that those of you who share power with the greater Orphic are in a particularly perilous place. If said Orphics go mad. We are unclear where Hecate fell, in which place she should have been placed in, amongst the mad or amongst those trying to save us from the mad. But we trust you to learn. And of course, both of you must still complete your training.
They have to go back to school after this?
For them, it's only been but a few, days? Weeks? Maybe a week since your first year's trial?
All my friends will have graduated by now. I'm going to be that weird kid that sits in the corner eating glue.
I mean, I'm right there with you.
I suggest
why-
that you don't eat glue then.
Yeah, wait. Why is that part of it?
Oh no, do we need to find out when glue was invented?
Definitely already. Definitely glue has been invented.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Probably
some
not
sort of
Elmer's
paste.
glue.
Some sort
Elmer's
of
glue.
paste, I'm sure.
Specifically
Xanth
Elmer's.
has been slowly coming back to life looking. There is now more color in his face. His breathing has kind of regulated a little bit, but he has still remained quiet this whole time. He looks over at Esh and Ezra, Orin and Dimitri. It is not often but that I do this, but I make a vow now, however I may be of assistance to you. I ask that you do not hesitate to call upon me if I may. I have a lifetime of reckoning to atone for.
All right, I have a favor.
Uh-oh.
He raises his eyebrow like, oh, that was fast.
You asked.
I would like your best healer
Done.
to help me with my exhaustion. I will keep going. I want to be healed over and over of any exhaustion that takes place. No sleep. Whatever they need. Your best, Xanth.
We will try and find a way. Rhea's like, don't be unreasonable. Everyone needs sleep.
I'll take potty breaks. Don't worry.
Well,
Also,
there
not
any-
everybody needs sleep. Hello?
I mean,
You still need
You
rest.
do rest, though.
Think we've been sleeping for a while.
this is true. Although also not necessarily. The body under your body after the first few days after being brought out of isolation, and nothing had changed for it in 2 years. So for you, no time has passed, although time has passed indeed.
How long has someone been in stasis?
So far, or according to the stories that we know,
The stories.
there is a story of a man who had been infected by the plague. His companion had sealed him at the moment of his corruption. So far, he holds the record. 25 years.
The things we do for love.
Gratefully, your time in stasis was not as long. Now there is work to be done, but once you are ready, the doctors have already cleared you of any further corruption. As soon as you are able and willing, you may return to the field. There's plenty of work to be done. But until then, rest. Gather your bearings, gather what information you need before you head out in the world again.
Do you know how long it will take to get the samples from me? Because I'd rather get that over with before we go into the field.
The sample? What samples? Above
Like the tattoos with
Oh.
Jacob and that sort of thing. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know if that was going to be like, we need more, we need more, we need more. If it's
Yeah.
like, I'll take a bit there, da-da-da-da-da. And then also now that there's the added layer of doing that for like Mad Hawk inquiry
yeah.
kind of thing. So it's basically saying like, if you need me like days straight, Esh will do it. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. That's what I was saying to Xanth. Because
Okay.
it's so intricate.
Right. Xanth nods with your implication, because I'm imagining they're a little bit more on top of it than my brain is right now. So they're like, oh, yes,
Sure.
of course, right away.
Layered.
Yeah.
See, I was confused because I thought you mentioned, like, going forward, I want a healer to keep me from sleeping at any
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, mine was just like, we lost
The-
2 years. We are so far behind. Get
Yeah.
this shit done with. Don't let me sleep. Then but magically,
yeah.
I'm not dying. You know, I'm
Right,
not getting
right.
to like 6 levels of exhaustion. And then we'll go like, okay, reassess and then go out in the field. Or, you know, they're like experimenting on me. So like debrief me while I'm doing that, you know, so do
Right.
as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because Ash is
crazy smart and a wizard,
Right.
so king of multitasking.
Right.
So, yeah.
Easy enough. He nods like I'll speak to Jacob and Alder. We'll see what we can do as quickly as possible.
Bring a shield.
I hope to not need one.
Alder's feisty.
We've noticed. Rhea in the middle chair just like seems to ponder for a minute. Then unless there are any further questions, things you wish to say. She looks over at Ezra, their eyes burning with rage.
Ezra, who is shaking with rage.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, who is mad. No, I've got nothing. I've got nothing left to say to this room.
Once again, I offer my condolences and my apologies to all of you. I wish that there could have been another way. Let us hope that we resolve this problem with the cult quickly, so that we may keep alert and prepare for whatever the future brings.
Let's go to war.
Welcome to it.
We ride at dawn.
Are we done?
Yes.
Bye. And he's gonna get up and charge to the other room that he was
Make
planning
sure
to
he's
go to
okay.
You what, Dimitri?
I said I'm gonna make sure he's okay.
Okay.
If you need me, I'll find him, and then I'll go find Irby.
He nods. They nod.
I'll probably be the last out, and then look back and say, Dio, your illusion is like rough around the edges. It's pretty amateur, and it pisses me off. So be better at illusions in front of me. Okay? Do that. That's what I want from you. All right? Great.
Did you just give the council member homework?
Yes.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Oh,
What I said.
awesome.
Hey, he's a council member. He should be on top of things.
Yeah. Illusion in front of a master illusion. Stupid. Stupid thing to do.
Anyway, he just kind of like, there's like the slightest smile of a smirk at one of the corners of his mouth, of his lips, and he just goes, "You were missed, Esh."
If I'm going to be very real, just above table,
Yeah.
the comment was actually for Rhea, not like the subject of it, but
Yeah.
it's Rhea was actually, I think, sincerely distraught of what we had to go through
Yeah.
there. And the best sign of everything's okay or someone's on the path to healing is humor.
Yeah.
And so it was like in character levity to go like a very sly way of saying everything's gonna be okay instead
Yeah.
of saying that outright.
Right. That's why Dio is smiling, going, "You were missed."
Good.
Yeah. Jum. Yes, basically. The council to Esh, it was very quiet around here.
I like that it's like Esh wasn't even infected. We just wanted
We
a
just
moment.
wanted to shut him up.
We needed him to
No.
stop asking us about how attached we were to his blood. We were to our blood.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
That's pretty funny.
we as we then transition into the next like immediate time, or in finding his old mentor and such, the ramifications of the rest of the events, we're going to go ahead and go to break a little early, and that way we can jump into the next segue really quickly. So
The segue.
we'll
Segues are weird.
jump on the next segue really quickly. So like from one segue, jump over to the next one, and
It
then
is
just
old
keep going.
Victorian technology.
Yeah, it is. You know. Beautiful. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a second.
The year is 1805, and our world is about to suffer its greatest threat in over 2,000 years. Since the dawn of civilization, our kind has stood vigilant over our mortal brothers and sisters, protecting them from the darkness that hunts and consumes us. For a time, we thought we had pushed that evil away. All that then remained was to watch the stars for when or if it would ever return. We stood too attentive, however, to that abyss beyond, that we did not see the threat that our brethren would become to us. During the collapse and the centuries that followed, we lost much to the cruelty, greed, and prejudice of man. Now, we have taken to the shadows, so that we might still protect our people, even if in doing so we risk being executed for what we are. For there are more of them than there are of us, and we dare not become the monsters that our forefathers became. A true shame that in the midst of all of civilization's triumphs, we would become
And you can do whatever you want, but that's what I'm doing.
Beautiful.
You can end here and I'll be satisfied.
Eshu
Yeah.
and I got gaslit into thinking we had died and killed our friends with
No.
us. We deserve a little ice cream in the second half.
You are way
Oh, we're
underselling
back.
it. I lost my bones.
Dude,
He
there
lost
was
his
some.
bones. I connected with him, and you were.
I mean, you all
shifting
connect.
to something else.
Honestly,
I
you all
became a
connected
fish.
very well to each other. It was like Legos, just a bunch of different pieces, and then you just keep reorganizing into new, fun, and exciting shapes.
The Legos in my brain autofilled Beyblade. What a rip! And I can't explain to you why.
Yep, that's the slogan for sure.
Everyone for Legos.
For
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
Oh, we're already back.
Yes, we are.
I know. I made that comment about ice cream, and I saw myself bigger on the screen and went, "Oh shit, they can hear me."
I was sitting there just like looking on my phone. I was like,
No,
okay, here
you're
we go.
good.
Then I look up and I see me, and I'm like, hey, I know that guy.
Who let that guy in here?
Get him out of here.
Whose horse is that?
Okay. All right. Oren,
Yeah, what's up?
you go
No.
leave the room. Where are you going?
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna go see my mentor.
Yeah, but where is he?
I don't know. You say he was in the other room. I'll go
I did
looking
not.
for
I
him.
said he was in the building.
Well, then I guess I'm looking for him.
Okay.
That's a finite space. We'll find
That's
him
a-
eventually.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm gonna just go where the wind takes me and
Okay.
stumble into him again, I'm sure.
Yeah. You go down hallways and hallways, doors and doors. This is the science center here in the depths of Bahiri, or Bahi as they call it now. Thanks for being here, Pancake. We always love a good pancake. Yeah,
Bye, Steven.
pancakes are great.
We didn't even get to show Pancake.
It's true. Maybe next time you can Pancake can meet Pancake, or was it?
We tried to
Waffle.
go see pancakes.
Yeah, you
We
tried.
did.
But you took away my bones.
And 2 years.
I just wanted
That's
to
one.
see a cute little otter couple, Pancake and Waffle, and you turned me into a fish and killed my friends.
Well, here's how you can make it up to us. Do they have kids now? Oh wait, no, one of them was an actual guy. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, one was a polymorph guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really,
I don't
guy?
want
We
that.
joked about that. That's not necessarily.
I don't want that.
It doesn't have to be canon.
Yeah, it doesn't have
I
to be
don't want that.
It's a true polymorph.
True polymorph forever. Anyway,
What
before
if they're both guys?
you cut out at a
Two
very
true
inopportune.
polymorph guys.
What if they're both guys? Well, then they would be gay, and we love that.
Anyway,
Doobie.
Oren, you run through hallway after hallway, trying, and then realizing you don't know where you're going.
When do I ever?
When you ever? Oh, that is not. I'm trying to find something that's less scary sounding. What is this one? It's fine. You come around the corner really quickly, realizing that you haven't really seen too many people. And you come face to face with Nanaba.
What?
She stops and just like looks up at you, and her eyes go wide. Oh.
What?
She like wraps her arms around you.
Oh, hey there. Wow. This,
I heard you were
this is
awake.
a really nice hug, actually.
She gives you like a deep squeeze, and then like backs up, and then like looks up at you and kind of like puts both hands on your cheeks and gives you a nice another little squeeze. It is good to see you again.
It's good to see you.
They told me that you all had woken up earlier today, so
I wanted to come and say hello. How are you? How do you
Well,
feel?
A little thrown for a loop, actually. I mean, I guess for me it's really only been like a month, but I mean, in perspective, I guess like a few hours. And so,
She smiles.
yeah, it feels like it was just yesterday that you and I had the whole brain diving thing.
She just nods. She's just like listening and nodding.
Yeah. How are you? Why? Oh wait, no. You said why you were here. Sorry. Brain's still starting. The hamster on the wheel is starting to move again.
Well, you may not remember it yet, but I stayed by all of your side while you were sleeping these last few days, weeks, whenever we realized that you would be waking up soon.
It took me a minute to realize what it was you were looking at as a hamster on a wheel.
Oh yeah. I was like,
Your dreams were very peaceful places while you were sleeping.
well, that's good. I mean, last I remember, my dreams were not the most peaceful place. I mean, we were
Wow.
working on it.
I hope that you will be able to remember them soon again. But they are very beautiful, Oren.
That's really nice, Annabelle. I appreciate that.
Have you talked to the council?
Yeah. We actually just finished with them, and Ash did his whole thing, and he's actually handled it pretty well, considering it was Ash. They showed us the way things could have gone, and that was. Oh, Ezra turned into a fish, and Ash had hand come out of his chest, and we all died and turned into one big mushy monster, and and then we took over the world, and it was just not great. But
I know.
now we're good. We're good now.
We all saw the dream.
Oh, that's invasive.
Not really. They wanted
Okay.
They wanted us to be aware of what was at stake. There was a lot of anger from the other members of the Hunted that you all had been taken without consent.
Well, I had told the others that we need to start trusting, and the timing was not great for the situation. But I think it all turned out well in the long run, personally, anyway. But
Who are you looking for? You were running.
there's an old man that I heard was here that I haven't seen in a really long time, and
There's a lot, Oren. There's a lot of old men that are here.
Yeah, but this is it's like a special man. He likes to stay hidden.
Okay.
From you? So, he's kind of like my dad, and I never thought I would see him again. So he's.
Are you talking of the old one? The old one?
Again, not entirely sure if we're talking about the same. I mean, he is really old, but
He's one of the 10 hidden ones, right?
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until I guess 2 years ago now. That's really it's not great for my brain.
Irvi has told us a lot of things.
Well,
If you refer to... Wait, I do remember. You You named him Aemon, right?
Yeah, that was his name. But apparently his name is Perrin?
The old one goes by many names. To many people.
I
But
see.
if you go down there and you take that last door on the left, there are some stairs that will lead you down to the main floor. I figure you probably don't want to take an elevator for a while.
No, that's probably the best decision.
She gives like a smirky smile, like she's just said the biggest joke.
Yeah. Well, thank you, for everything. And
She
gives
reaches
her
up and
another hug.
you give a hug. She like when you're done, she leans back and she gives you another pat on the cheek. We have much work to do. I look forward to being able to help you and the rest.
Yeah, this will be good.
Go
I didn't ask, how were your 2 years? Did you have a good time? I mean, like, were things...
No,
Oh,
they were very
What-
stressful.
right. Well, did Ilbert's family make it okay?
Yes,
Well, that's good at least.
yes, they are in Sema debris. Oh, no, Black Forest, I think. I don't remember.
I think they did say something about
Sema
Black
debris.
Forest.
Yeah.
Right.
But yes, we will catch up again.
All right. Yeah, we will have to do another one of those dream sessions and sort it
Of
all
course,
out. All right.
I look forward to it. Go find
Yeah,
your father.
Yeah, and you go see the others. I'm sure Ash would really like to see you.
Maybe.
She walks around and goes down the hallway, walks around you, and goes down the hallway.
That was cryptic and weird. Kinda like Ash.
You continue down. You go down the hallway, go in the door, go down the stairs, and you as you're going down the stairs, you are also kind of smiling to yourself about not the necessarily curiousness of Nanaba, but the curiousness of Nanaba, and that she would have thought of like that, of not letting you go down the elevator. But you go down to the main floor, and here is where there's not necessarily like a welcome center, but kind of like a lobby of sorts that kind of points you in directions to the main housing building. You are now seeing for the first time that there are 2 other structures that have been uncovered in the last 2 years here in Bahi. So there's these underwater walkways. It's very aquarium style, it's got the little covered thing that kind of goes down along the floor to the next building and to the next building. And there in the lobby, speaking to 2 other Fold members in these white button-up coats. They're having some sort of conversation. You see this man with his white hair, big top knot up on top, and then it kind of goes down. Almost imagine a Qui-Gon Jinn kind of a little knot with it kind of goes down to the mid back. With white hair, you see the pointed ears that stick up, and you see from behind the gestures as he is speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hearing this voice, this deep, melodic timbre of a voice. He is both speaking and signing at the same time to these 2. A habit, probably, but a new sensation for you. I don't think you had ever heard his voice before. But yeah, he's there and he's speaking, and then he kind of stops and he turns to you. He looks back, excuses himself, and takes 2 steps towards you. but doesn't say anything. He just looks at you. And he waits.
I think there's probably like a solid 5 minutes that passes with like nothing said. Before he just and Orin is also signing as he talks. Hi.
Hello, boy.
The talking is new. Or maybe it's not.
He just looks down. There's a wee bit of explaining I suppose I should do. But
I think a wee bit is a bit of an understatement.
I've been alive for a long time.
I could have told you that.
Sometimes there's just no point in speaking anymore. I see you found yourself a
He looks around at the building.
found yourself quite a
Village to work with.
Well, they did break me out of prison.
I did hear about that.
Yeah. You know, it's not, it's probably not the most significant amount of time for someone who's lived so long, but 10 years in a small room, it's not the easiest thing.
True. I'm sorry that I wasn't there. To be honest, I thought I had lost another one. I didn't know that you had survived.
It wasn't even that far away. But I understand.
I don't think you do.
Then explain it to me.
We will. Over time. We have a lot of it now. Apparently we're going to be working together with these people.
They are my people. And your people.
I suppose they are.
Why'd you come back? Or why'd you answer the call?
Urvi used a particular hue. One that we only use in times of true importance. When I found her and she told me what had happened, there was a definite amount of guilt involved. You're not the first young Orphic that I've taught over hundreds of years. But you are one that has survived, where many others have not. I had long since given up in teaching. So many had fallen before, too. Well, I blamed my own bad advice.
Who are you? I mean, you go by many names, and I'm sure people know of you.
I told you my name was Aemon. I've also been known by Perrin. You ever heard of the stories of Merlin?
Is that who you are?
One of the people I have been, yes.
You gonna say King Arthur was an Orphic?
He was mighty skilled with a sword.
Sure. I don't really know where we go from here.
I understand you're still in school.
Just never any good at studies, you know that.
Yeah, but perhaps you just need a few guiding hands might be better than one. I taught you some things, but I didn't teach you everything.
Did Orphy tell you what I did?
Yes.
I mean, if I was in her shoes, and I'd never forgive me.
There's going to be many a lesson that you're going to have to learn. You're still a wee pup. But give it a few centuries. Unfortunately, in this world, death is one of the few certainties we have. Eventually, it catches up with all of us at some point.
So what do I call you now? Aemon, Perrin, Merlin, Dad?
Oh,
I know, that's a big one, isn't it?
I don't know if you're ready for that.
If I'm ready for that, I think you're not ready for that.
I've raised more wilder bunch of boys.
Wilder than me, really.
Oh, by far.
Mm.
You think you're the first one who's had a tantrum?
Yeah, I mean,
You're not.
that's gotten big when he does it, yeah.
Oh, you weren't paying attention to your studies then. We come from a long line of people who sometimes throw tantrums in very bad ways.
Yeah, alright.
You're fine. Just rub some dirt in it.
Is that the wise sage advice
How'd you
of
know I said
Merlin the
that?
Wise? I'm gonna just really hit home the wise telling me to just rub dirt in it.
No, but it was worth a shot.
Yes, yes, you.
Careful. Still wash that mouth out.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Oh, there's someone that I think you might need to help out. I mean, you may have met her. I don't know. It's been 2 years for me. There's a girl I came across when I first joined up. Her name is Shay.
How can I help her?
Well, she's got a lot of, divination and portally things, and I think it'd be, something you might be able to help at least give her some guidance.
Is she one of the Fae?
I don't know. I knew her all of 5 days before they put me under, so kind of hard to say.
You have had a time. That is true. Well, I will see what I can do then. But in the meantime, apparently I've got some catching up to do with my wise and sage ways to make sure that this new age of Orphic youth might have a fighting chance.
Was Excalibur real?
Yes?
Like,
Aren't
is
you?
it different from? Well, I mean, like, is it different from like Astrocyte, or is it just like a? Was there like an actual special thing about it?
Well, sounds like story time.
Yeah. Well, now I figured out you have a voice, so you might as well make up for lost time.
One day. I've got teaching to do, apparently. You aren't going anywhere soon.
Fine. All right. Go be mysterious with your weird top knot haircut and your freaky sayings.
Oh, don't worry, your time will come. There'll be new generations of children to teach, and you can give them all the torture that I gave you.
Yeah.
He like claps this big hand on your shoulder and like shoves you forward. He's like, "Come on, let's go." It might be over your head, but maybe you'll learn something.
Nothing goes over my head. I'm too quick. I catch it.
Okay.
No.
All right. Ash, what are you doing?
Not talking to Merlin.
Don't worry, your time will come.
Ominous.
You can't just drop Merlin in casual conversation.
Why not?
I mean, he did, though.
I go by many names. You know Merlin? Yeah, that was me.
Yay!
I don't know, one, who I would check on first.
Yeah.
Or if I would check on anyone, because it feels like everybody's that's, should know is like kind of in the know, right?
Mhm.
Did Brandy die?
Let me swallow first. Oh, that hurt. No, maybe. I don't know. What happens to familiars when their wizard is not around?
I
As the
did
music-
kind of
as-
like
As the
twist it.
music peaks.
I apologize. Like, I threw in because I thought it was Brandy's such an interesting familiar.
Mhm.
And so, one, you can kind of conjure familiar, but I'm kind of going from the like, you find a familiar, you make it your familiar kind of thing. Like, or you find a creature kind of thing.
Right.
And I kind of slipped into canon there that was Arif's pet mouse.
Oh, yeah.
And, is grieving, hence the drinking problem. And is super old, got a little bit of magical boost, but I would say could go at any time. Also, not sure where Brandy is right now. I'm sure somebody's looking after Brandy, and Brandy knows where to go and can defend itself to an extent. But Brandy was with us in Bahi, so probably around here somewhere.
Mhm.
Probably in the mess hall or something.
Probably.
Or
Did Brandy get adopted by the otters?
Oh, that'd be cute.
Randy is
Did
Brandy
starting
get
an entire
adopted by the gay
family.
dads?
did you go search for Brandy?
No. Brandy will find their way to me. As familiars do, if Brandy's alive, which is okay if Brandy passed away. I kind of like the idea of, in particular, like, you know, those creatures don't like last forever kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll just find another familiar. Another drunken animal. No, I think Esh. I can lean a lot of different ways here because there's a lot of different connections. But I think Esh is makes that little joke, turned around, gets like very like furrowed brow, like extremely motivated, and probably goes to find Cinna to begin any sort of like body prep for probably what Esh would imagine, like in his, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but that body, it's just going to be a very painful experience. Something that he's avoided. And it's basically like all the doors are open. He's been extremely vulnerable, right? Like, so stasis is like an incredible amount of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to know his deep secret. And, you know, he's got this big old tree on his back. And so he's like, literally every window is closing, and he has the best opportunity to get what they need. So, and I think a little bit of ego is speaking through him as well. It's like, my body is the secret, you know, like I have what we need to get, not the upper hand, but like find an opportune kind of thing. Plus the vengefulness against the family. Like the sweet poetic justice is not lost on him of like, if what they had done to him, which defined his entire life,
Right.
And all of the, I feel like, chronic pain that he has to deal with, and chronic illusionment and disillusionment that he goes through, and subsequent paranoia and all the
that
things.
stuff. Yeah.
If that was the key to their downfall. So I think he just kind of gets right to work. Like, he was very, very serious about what to do.
Right.
And if someone like shoos him away and goes like, hey, take a break, he just goes to the next person in line. Like, I'll go to Senna, then I'll go to Jacob, then I'll just like whoever. Like, I want to find someone as hungry as I am.
Right. Okay.
Is Sandra waiting in the wings? Just in case.
No.
At a moment's notice.
Just at any time.
Yeah. And with full context of everything that is happening.
Heard you guys did some body horror. Glad I'm so sorry I missed it.
I would say that asking around, you do you do find that Senna is supposed to be in his lab. And upon entering this brightly lit space with like chalkboards that have floating like illusions of like equations and formulas that are kind of just like superimposed and then like moving around with each other, and you see that Senna is currently face down on the desk, like head to his arms like this, just like down.
He's tired. I should let him rest. I'm Major Image and Orchestra.
Like this full Mozart would be so jealous of the orchestra that has now filled this room.
What do they play?
What? Whatever that fireworks one is, you know.
By Katy Perry?
Yes.
Hang on, let me Google if that's been written yet. In
Yeah,
1885.
Is Katy Perry around?
I don't think she's
play
been born yet.
a classical version of Firework by Katy Perry. it was like da ba da 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 bum,
it's
bum,
Catherine.
bum, ba da 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 bum, bum. Big cymbal crash.
I think that's the overture of 1812. The one that has
Shit.
cannons in the
Where it's 5 years too early.
yeah.
God damn.
That's Tchaikovsky.
That's Tchaikovsky.
What month is it in this year?
It is currently. Oh crap! Hold on. February.
I did not know
It was February.
this would
Yes,
be this
you said it was
thing.
February last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I'm googling what were popular orchestrations in
For now,
February.
something obnoxious and loud.
Like that.
Yep.
That is incredible. The
I'm in front conducting said orchestra in perfect, like like obnoxiously long, like tuxedo tails
yeah.
kind of thing. Very Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
we'll
very
say.
much. Yeah. You do the whole like doing the thing, and then your
I'm
hands
just
go
looking
out of
back
your
with, like,
gloves, and then there's like
huge
2 more
smile.
hands.
Yeah. And then like I leave the hands and take my hands out of the gloves. They're still going, and then I like turn around and talk to Senna.
The scream, the yell, the subsequent crash and fall as he goes backwards in the chair, kicks a Bunsen burner that is thankfully off, just goes flying into the air. There's glass
it on.
that crash. There's glass that crashes in the back as like beakers fall, and there's like liquid that falls onto the ground. A fish flops randomly by. Just like he suddenly like gets up. Oh God. Oh. Wow. Esh, it's so good to see you. And he gets up and he like comes over towards you and then puts both hands on his side of his shoulders, just like grasps you as if to make sure that you were real, and then goes in for a hug.
This could be a dream.
No, I don't think it is. That's too loud to be a dream.
Do you have my mouse?
Yes, well, somewhere around here, I think.
That's not good.
Oh,
This is a lab with dangerous materials.
Oh no. Well,
Brandy's going to drink them.
Brandy's actually been pretty good about helping me with things. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's very sweet.
I've taught him some arithmetic.
Don't do that.
He can count up to. He like stops and he's like, "Wait, why are we talking about Brandy? How are you feeling?"
Oh. I guess both of us had a sleep that we woke up from unjustly.
You see him like deflate a little bit and just like in that Sonder kind of way where he's like this and then he goes, "Well, yeah, that's fair, I suppose. I'm
No,
sorry."
Sinner. No apologies. To be a good friend, it is not all compliments and good times. If there's something that is an obstacle, if your friend is in the way or in great danger, including to themselves, do you go along with the rhythm of the day so they're not offended? Or do you do something about it? And you did something about it. It's a good friend. It cost me 2 years, but it could have cost the world
He opens his mouth.
everything. I'll give you shit for it every now and then until 2
Please.
years have
Please.
passed.
I'm okay with that. That's fine.
But it is good to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
Do you owe me now?
Do I?
Do you owe me a debt? Maybe a 2-year debt?
1 year.
1 year?
I
it was a very long 2 years. I think it's only fair. I did do a lot of experimenting and work to be able to cure you. So 1 year, call it down the middle.
All right. You took care of my mouse. 1 year.
1 year. How?
I need you to keep experimenting on me.
I'm sorry.
And I'm just gonna
Go
honestly
into
just disrobe and undisguise. Just
Huh?
oh.
Huh? What? Huh?
Ash
We-
said the body horror just ends with me.
You've seen. I was in stasis. Everybody's seen this by now.
Not everybody. We did try and keep your decency as best as possible.
Why? Oh, I guess HIPAA, OSHA, something.
Check. Were those around?
Yeah. I realized that as I said them. Get the tracker ready or the little.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
damn well HIPAA wasn't a thing yet, but I don't know about OSHA.
Oh, definitely not OSHA because the children yearn for the mines. And the chimneys, I guess.
What?
Chimneys.
What?
It's true, they did.
So, but I am all right. I would like to get started. We are losing any advantageous window. I need you to do what you must with Jacob, Alder, whoever else. Maybe Irvi as well. I feel like that would be quite a boon for this operation. We need to figure out whatever we can about my family, the Mad Hawks, if you recall,
Yes, I remember.
and what they were trying to do to me. And if it will continue, if, and I turn around, kind of
Yeah.
show the tree, this is the best it's ever been. But it would have done something. You saw the vision.
Yes. Yeah, there's something inside of you.
Because I saw that you looked at me not like I woke up, but like I came back from the dead.
I've had them. Oh my
There's
gosh.
something inside me, Sinner. And there has been, as long as you've known me. I want you to extract it.
It could be really bad though for you.
All right, even better.
Okay. Okay.
Xanth has a healer on the way.
This
I
is
will
going.
stay awake until you do it.
Okay. Whatever's in there. Maybe there's a way we can. What if we can reverse it?
What does reverse mean in this context?
Well, if there's something inside of you, maybe we can not necessarily take it out, but put it back where it came from.
Or so help me.
Where did it come from, do you think?
I don't know.
Was it could have been conjured?
Right. Well,
He starts muttering to himself. It's like, okay. He goes over to one of the chalkboards and waves a hand, and the illusory script kind of just goes. It just washes away, and this like the wind is cartoon wind is kind of cascading through it, and the letters
Your
fizzle
illusions
out.
are better. Good job.
oh, thank you. I've been well. This is nothing. It's just words. It's
Please go
Pretty easy.
teach Dio something.
He's just like, oh.
I'll keep that in mind.
But for now, I think we start. And he just starts scribbling script onto the board. And the work begins on deciphering what could or could not be in you. What's
The
up?
last thing that I'll say is that on a separate blackboard, don't give a shit about what I erase.
Who was
We'll
the cure for
put down
cancer?
multiple
hunted member like descriptions, what I think they would be good for, because above table,
Yeah.
I want to include them more.
Yeah.
So just really quickly, Xanakule is an abjurer. I want her to specifically try to safeguard like organs, like specific parts of me, because it's going to be very surgical and delicate. So if she can like kind of parse out to kind of keep me intact,
Mhm.
you know, and like conscious, you know, kind of like those surgeries where they like, you know, have you play the violin
Yeah,
while they're
yeah.
doing that sort of thing.
You know the
Jingyi
ones.
Chu
You know.
is a soul knife, and in this description, he's able to slice into the deepest of mental barriers.
Yeah.
So I think that soul knife kind of thing, as far as like surgical, that's the knife
Right.
right there. And then I think sorry to be very obvious, but Nanaba
Yeah.
for the we'll say spiritual side, because there's like a lot of entanglement in
We just were
Belduran
around.
shit.
Right.
To try to make sure that there's not like a barbedness,
Yeah.
like something like holding on to like a soul side. So like trying to cover all the bases
Right.
in tandem simultaneously. And Esh is acutely aware that doing those all in tandem is more dangerous, it's faster, and it will hurt the whole time.
Right.
So, and to you, Aaron, just because I think it's interesting and just because of the kind of tone of this, feel free to give me like whatever disadvantages, exhaustions, checks or saves or anything like that. Like I think Esh really needs to kind of go through like a
process.
crucible,
Yeah.
you know, of sorts.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. I'll get to work on that. Dimitri, are you there?
Yes, I am. I was just putting up the ice cream before it melted.
You mean you didn't finish it?
God, no, I can't do that anymore. I ate half of it and I'm done with it for the night.
Nice. Nice. Can't do that anymore. Oh, I love that. Okay. Dimitri, you go down the halls like shortly after Orin had left. Because you were kind of going to, and you're like, he's like the excited 5-year-old that knows that Santa is somewhere in the mall, and you're like the parent that's kind of like going behind him, going, "I'll get there, but we'll get there
I'll
eventually."
get there. I'm following his scent.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
I've been in a bed for a month. Of course, I smell bad.
Oh, you do not. They washed you. It's prestidigitation. It's
Who
fine.
washed me?
You smell like roses.
Ew.
Just roses, nothing else. Dimitri, you get like a hallway down, and Nanaba comes around, and you see her like walking towards you. She goes, "Oh, Dimitri, it is good to see you.
Good seeing you.
How do you feel?"
Like I just woke up from the most unwanted nap ever.
You did sleep for a while. It's only been a couple of weeks. I don't really count the time when you were in stasis. From my understanding and what the doctors said, it's like time stops for you.
Yeah, well, that is definitely something I do not want to go through again.
Let us hope that it never has to happen again. I understand that they are working on something to keep as an emergency in case someone else gets infected. It might have to happen again. But at least this time, we'll have a cure, and it won't have to be for so long.
Well, let's just hope what they say is true.
Your friend is very interesting.
Which one?
One of the 10 hidden ones. Or V. We
Have you seen her?
I know that she has probably retired to her room, so if you wish to find her, you can probably see her there. We have spent many a night by fireside, back on one of the islands close by. She has taught me much about the stars. She is very wise.
Can you tell me which one of these is her room by chance? I do need to talk to her sometime.
Of course. She's, I think, holding... she still holds the same room where she was at whenever you left. Near the top of this building. Do you two wish to take the stairs?
No, gonna have to face an elevator soon.
Gonna
It
reuse
would
that
be good.
joke.
It would be good. It would be good elevator. It would be good exercise. But I'm afraid 120 stories might be a lot. After having been asleep for some time.
I mean, I'm energetic, but I know my limits.
Have you mastered flight yet?
No.
Haven't mastered 20 flights of stairs. You can flight.
Perhaps, as we continue your training, you can learn how to fly. It makes things a little easier. At least for short distances doesn't seem to be accurate here, but in comparison, solidify the air around you and then move the air. It does take a little bit of energy, though.
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've used powers, considering we were in stasis for so long.
Your ability, I'm sure, did not diminish. You are going to become a powerful Orphic, Dimitri. That much I can tell. Good luck. The spirits will guide you. Do you know where Esh is?
Yeah, he's in the back over there in the room we just got done talking to the council.
Ah.
So I'm pretty sure he's finishing them off.
Orchestra.
I think I know where he is at.
I think so too. After hearing that.
He she comes over and pats your shoulder and gives you a little caress on the cheek. It is good to see you up and about. And she goes past you and towards the source of the music that's echoing through the halls.
And with that, I'm gonna
go
face the elevator.
You stare at it for a minute or two, just staring and staring. Your enemy, the elevator. But it's fine.
I'm
It's
just
not
gonna
that...
close my eyes when I'm
Elevator
on
has
it
a
and
health
just
bar.
hold my breath for 120 flights.
It goes up, whoosh, and you feel like you just did this. There's still that mental disconnect. Have you ever? I don't think you've ever been into any sort of surgery where they knock you out, right?
No. Never.
Never? Okay, well,
Never.
Let me tell you, it is really weird to know that you go in at one point of the day and then literally your eyes are open and it's 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever time later. It is
2 years.
I've done
it is
I've done that getting blackout drunk. That's what
Hell yeah,
you
brother.
know,
Hell
you
yeah.
know.
It's the Leo DiCaprio meme, like.
The way that I locked in so quick, I was like, that I get.
You go up
Just
the
drinking
elevator.
at the bar, and then next thing you know, you're in your own bathroom taking your contact. Like, how the hell did I get here?
That is crazy. We tell stories that are relatable. It's true. One way or another, we'll relate. We'll find a way to relate.
How can we equate this 2-year time loss? You ever get fucking hammered at the clubs?
You just stand in front of the door that you had just walked away from. What feels like hours ago. Take that deep breath.
Wipe
And
off
just-
all the sweat.
Yeah. And as you're about to open the door opens. And Urvi is standing there before you. Come in. She turns around and goes into the room. You see the oceanscape on the other side of this apartment, where it's like that one wall that's like a transparent window almost. Well, transparent window. That's like a giant window. And just keep going. Just keep going. You look out and you can see like 2 other smaller buildings that are now also
transparent?
no, but they're you look out there. Hey, Taco. You look out there and you see the 2 other buildings that now have light. And you remember the last time you looked out there, they look like solid masses of stone, right? Just like building shaped. Now they have been cleaned off and are now currently being used. You can see the little like tubes and pathways that run between the buildings, making walkways that you can reach each one.
Wow, this has definitely changed.
Yes. Well, some time has passed since you were here last. Although I imagine for you it just feels oddly not that long ago, perhaps.
I've been here literally minutes ago.
Lucky you. So, what? What brings you here? I have a sense that you wish to discuss something. And she kind of smiles in a like, I have an idea, but she's wanting you to say it.
So, you and the All-Mother?
You could say that we've reconnected. You remember the stories of the collapse, right?
I do.
Do you
How
remember?
she went missing when
Yes.
everyone else got mad.
Hecate is a goddess of secrets, and thus also information and plans, portals and gateways. When the collapse happened, she tried her best to aid those that were dearest to her. And in the process, suffered a penalty. She lost herself.
How so?
It was clear that there was a lot that was returned to those first Orphics. Memories, emotions. Beings of such immense power, given such immense trauma so quickly. She tried to alleviate that stress, and it fractured her. She was lost for a long time. You may not remember this. Or maybe you do. Do you remember some of the visions that you shared with me?
Yeah. They
Your
flash
mi-
in my head like vivid dreams.
She looks away and then looks at you, and her eyes sparkle with green. You remember a particular image. An army. Many people, maybe not an army, just a crowd, but they all wore armor. They had weapons. They seemed to be marching to war. And as your mind kind of sweeps over this mass of people, you feel like you're flying above them. And then you come to this large temple-like space, and suddenly you're no longer oh my gosh, calm down. That was the wrong one. And suddenly your vision changes as you realize that you had been flying. You had been a bird of some sort, and now you are a person again. And you see yourself, you hear yourself talking to someone in a language that you don't understand, but somehow catch the gist of the intent behind the words, even though you can't translate them directly. And it's a plead. Please stop. And the individual, though blurred in your vision, turns to you. As you don't see a face, you just see, like, you realize that you're crying. And it's that blurred image of, like, tears and that intense sadness of, please don't do this. Please. And they raise their hand, and you just feel immense pain, as if you've been struck by something. And you see that vision fall as if you're being thrown backwards. And as you hit the ground, it's like you feel yourself break into 1,000 pieces. And you're like, God, not again. But the pain is not that of death. It's just of disjointed, like, separation. You can feel like as if you're 1,000 different pieces, and not like you're in pain in 1,000 different pieces, but as if there's 1,000 different yous all sensing things at the same time. And then, like oil on water, you kind of like form back again, these little bubbles of thought and consciousness. But there's something missing. And you can't get past that one sensation of just missing something, but always being floating in some sort of ether, lost in a current that you can't see, but you can feel. And it's like the bubbles are like constantly shifting and moving past each other, and you're trying to find a way for them to connect. And then the memory fades. And that's just such a feeling that even now you've like steady your feet below you,
as if you can still feel that rocking like being on a ship. I don't know at what point I awoke. But I think you have brought me back to myself again. I still don't feel complete. And everything still feels disjointed and a blur. But I think together we can finish putting these pieces of the puzzle back together.
I'm here to help if you need it. So,
And you have mine. Ours. You've given me form again. Whether you realized it or not.
The voice comes from your head, but you can see Urvi's mouth moves ever so slightly as that voice speaks. She looks down, closes her eyes, and then reopens them again. I'm sorry. It's still different. Are you all right?
yeah, just just trying to process everything still.
I know what they say. That it might be a danger. I don't intend to be. I wish to see this through to the end. She winces and looks away. Is this what it's like to be you? To hear the voices.
Did he die and then come back?
I believe so.
Possibly. I never want to feel that pain of death again. Just striking through me.
Perhaps together then we can keep that from happening. You and your friends. Our companions, I suppose. There was once one who studied the way of Orphic spirits.
It was said that he had learned a great deal about the power that remained after death. Do you remember the stories of Hades?
I do.
He had stayed separate from the fold for many years, decades studying below the earth. He had taught a few the early wisdoms of necromancy, but it was deemed unsuitable.
Didn't he also get affected by the madness?
He did, though I don't remember exactly what happened to him. I did a fair amount of research in your time away. I was struck by a particular report. You had spoken that, or it has been said, that Belasanti was able to conjure spirits both of Solomon and one of your mothers, correct?
Yeah.
Hades could do that.
So do you think he's still alive?
I hope not. That would have some rather serious implications if he is teaching these monsters of the cult.
But it is a possibility. I mean, Hecate's alive. So why couldn't others from back then?
If he has found a way to form himself again, perhaps. Or a rather distressing thought. If these creatures gain the powers of those they consume, it is possible that they had found him. Either way, there are a few relics of his that still exist in this world, I believe. Devices that store soul-like energy. There is one that haunts the waters. If it can be found, perhaps there is a way that it can be learned from and controlled.
Which one's that one?
Have you heard of ghost ships before?
Like in a haunted book?
Yes. There are some recent, within the last few years, developments of ships that have wrecked themselves under mysterious circumstances. It might be worth looking into.
We're at.
We'll have to track down the previous wrecks and try to see if we can find a way to find it.
Just let me know when. Where? When. Just let me know where. And I will definitely give it a look. I'm pretty sure Ash and Ezra probably be excited about that.
Potentially. But don't think I haven't. I have considered it. Don't think I haven't thought about it. You're going to be a very busy individual, Dimitri. The search for your family, the search for answers. And you must finish your training.
Man. It's only been a few weeks for me and Warren, to be fair.
I'm sure you'll do just fine. There's no rest for the wicked. Both of you just start
I
immediately.
love that they all went for it.
No one wants the wicked! I think they were different songs, but we were in a
Yeah,
similar place.
I did Cage the Elephant.
Oh, that's way better.
It peaked.
Yeah.
It peaked.
I was doing epic, so I'm on a musical track.
As you she looks over towards the kitchen and she goes, tea? And she like reaches her hand out and you can see energy like flow from her fingers, and there's like a cup that levitates its way over to you.
Thank you. This may actually calm me down a bit.
There's a lot to process. But we can sit here for a minute and just be. Ezra.
I'm not gonna drink this and then magically lose another year, am I?
No.
Am I gonna drink this tea and then have to go fight Poseidon? Is it the
No,
tea
you
of
just-
Poseidon summoning?
You're just
Oh,
gonna
no.
get real sleepy.
It's sleepy time tea. It's got the little bear with the cap on it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's pronounced shamamale.
Shamamale.
Oh my god.
A teddy bear wearing a cap, and that I couldn't imagine a teddy bear in anything else.
Ezra, you walk out of the room, and there is this roiling, burning rage ball that is inside your
Rage.
chest.
I don't know what to do with all of this anger.
You want to fight?
I want to go up. I want to get out of here. I'd
Mhm.
like to leave.
You go.
Access denied.
I'd like to exit stage. Yes.
Sage. Yes. Do you want to go find those otters? No.
Yes. Kristen does. I don't think Ezra's thinking about it. I would like to go see the otters. Ezra does not care.
Yeah. Would you say that you probably wander for a little bit?
Yeah, I think because there's the moment of like I have to take the elevator to get up,
Yeah.
and then there's the whole like, all right, let me just fucking wander around for a bit and like get some of this energy out, and then I'll make my way topside. I just need to like before I start punching walls,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just like go on a lap around the facility.
Yeah, that's more than fair.
you walk through the science hall. Eventually, you get to like the science building. You get to that main room where like it's kind of like a laboratory or like lobby. You see these tunnels to these new buildings, and you walk into one of these tunnels, these little access ways, and for the most part, it's pretty sparse. The Bahi Priory is definitely, there's more people in it than when you were here last 2 years ago, but there's still not as many people here as there are in other priories. It's not a very lived-in facility, but there's still a couple of scientists and those who work here to restore Bahi, or to restore Bahiri. But eventually you just get to this space there where you can look up at this deep ocean from, basically it's almost like you're walking on the surface of the ocean floor, and you're looking up at this massive cityscape of ruins. And you're trying to process everything. And not just now, but like this whirlwind of the last, well, years since you've joined this organization. After having spent so long on your own, wandering the planet, wandering the globe, and not really having the answers that you have now, but now kind of going at what cost? Like sometimes you wonder if being right, clueless is the right word. What's the other word? It's not clueless, but it's
Ignorant.
Dumb.
No.
Oblivious?
Oblivious. Being oblivious or ignorant to the truths of the world. If you were really happier then, even if you were alone, without any family left, but that ignorance is bliss phrase kind of like sticks in your mind of like, now yes, you have these, you have friends that are probably as close to family as you can get right now, but there's so much drama that has been circulating around you since you joined, since your first days, and your mind goes back to Solomon. And you're just like, it just makes it full circle again. And you feel that rage come back around because you're like, this place, these people have done nothing but bring their own, not even destruction, but their own pains and agonies here to themselves. Wouldn't it be better if they all just ceased to exist? If they just let things be? Would it be any better? And it's just like this constant wheel and around and around and around of thoughts as you're watching like these deep water fish go like they're swimming through, and you're like, man, I wish I was just a fish. You know, like just living my life in the deep ocean. Make a perception check for me. Yeah, in this glass tunnel, we've definitely not watched any deep sea shark movies ever before in our lives. Let's punch the glass surface. That's fine.
Hard as I can.
Yeah. Also, welcome, Raiders.
Is perception check, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It might taste like watermelon, is what I was trying to tell you.
That's a very interesting flavor for a perception check.
No.
No, I'm just teasing.
22.
Beautiful.
How many fish do I see?
You see 57 fish and 2 otters. You despite all of these random thoughts, your senses are always on high alert. And you hear the footsteps coming up. And you really, really hope that it's someone you can punch. Like you're like, all I want is someone you can turn and beat the crap out of, and you turn around with all of this
Swinging.
anger
I'm
and
swinging.
anger and venom, and you see Alric standing before you.
Oh, it's the one person I can't hit. God damn it. I don't punch
Don't let your
Ulrich.
dreams be dreams.
No, I can't. There's so many other people. I would annihilate anyone else in this party right now.
Oh wow.
Ulrich is too baby.
He's just a baby.
You see
He's
this?
just a little guy. I'm emotionally attached to him.
You see this boy stand before you. He's already changed from his like casual clothes and he's back in uniform. It's been 3 hours tops since you guys have woken up. And this child is
He's already locked
ready to go somewhere.
Oh my god.
And he's like looks at you and he recognizes the intense emotion that you just spun around on him with. The anger in your fist that you clench and unclench and you're just like
Now that I see him in uniform, maybe I should hit him. Knock some fucking sense into him.
Are you all right?
Does he even look scared that I was about to fucking light him up?
There's a little bit there's a little bit of like a wince that he was like, but he didn't flinch away. He was ready to take it. He was ready to get punched.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I think it's like one of those, like, I had wheeled back the swing and seeing it's Ulrich, I like followed through, I over followed through, so I like spin around and stumble, like all of the force just like goes into redirecting the punch into the air. Just whip back and go, don't fucking sneak up on people like that, Ulrich. My Jesus hasn't been, it's, oh my god.
Jesus hasn't been invented yet.
No, Jesus definitely exists.
Jesus
We're in
hasn't
AD.
been.
He's already happened.
I know.
I just was gonna say, because we determined Jesus was an Orphic, so I was gonna go, Jesus doesn't mean anything here, and I was gonna be like, actually, I don't know where Jesus falls in Orphic mythology.
He looks at you and just like, noted.
God.
I wanted to check on you to make sure you were all right. I saw you walking down the corridor.
I suppose, you know, there's no stupid questions, but I feel like the answer's quite obvious here, Ulrich.
Is it?
You tell me. You're the one already back in uniform.
I made a promise. I said that was going to be the strongest knight that had ever existed.
Oh, he's so baby. He's so baby. Yeah, you sure did. You sure did, Ulrich. It's some compartmentalization that I... Compartmentalization? What?
Is that too?
Compartmentalization that I'm sure Ash would be really proud of right now. Maybe I should learn a thing or two, but I can't right now. I can't really think about that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. You can't give me 2 years back.
In the grand scheme of things, what is 2 years to us? You've lived a lot longer, haven't you?
It's not... That's not the point. I've been alive for a while. We live for a while. That's, par for the course. It's not... it's not about like losing time because I don't have a lot of time to lose. I've got time. Orphix, we have all the time in the world, more or less, if we're smart about it. I didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice, Ulrich. They just took that from us. I know I've got time, but that doesn't mean time is any less precious. No?
I don't know. I just know that now I have more work to do. I cannot mourn what has passed. And being upset about it won't help me. I just have that much more to catch up on. So I take it as a challenge.
That is admirably mature of you, Ulrich. I will give you that much. And, you know, despite how long I've been alive, I guess I'm still got a lot to work on based on this.
No. Perhaps you are the one who has seen the bigger pictures than the rest of us. You've seen what's out in the world. I've only seen a small portion of it. Time is very precious because you have seen much fall away in that time.
Yeah, you're right. It's just, it feels like a waste. Because after a certain while of living, you realize it all starts to loop back into the same miserable cycle. And the only way you can think to change something is by taking control of your own time and your own, I don't know, destiny or whatever. And here I am, back again, in the fucking building. Here I am. Again, surrounded by lost friends and lost time, wondering, was any choice I made leading up to this moment even worth making if it was all just gonna do the same thing again? You know? I thought I had control. I thought I had some sort of autonomy ever since becoming an Orphic in my own decision making. And all I've learned after this is that I'm not trusted to make those decisions. And it's like, well, then why am I here?
To make the choices for everybody else that doesn't know.
It just doesn't seem like they trust us to do that.
Maybe. But I'm just a boy. Standing in front of another boy.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a boy who is trying to make his way. And I want to make sure that nobody else has to suffer the same ways that I have, or that Solomon's family has. Or that Esh has had to go through, or the things that Oren has had to go through. I cannot save everyone, but perhaps I can save a few people. And that is what knights do.
God, what is this kid's wisdom score? The internal struggle of Ezra. Like, man, he's making so much
Mm.
sense, but I just want to be mad. Damn you and your logic,
If-
child.
If you are going to punch something, don't punch the wall here.
I know.
He smiles.
I'm sorry for almost hitting you, Ulrich.
I'm sorry for sneaking up on you,
Well,
or failing to sneak up on you. I just didn't want to disturb you, but I think I already did that, so I'm going to go find a way to make myself useful. I have to check on Christian. I haven't spoken to him in 2 years.
I'm sure they miss you.
He kind of smiles a little bit. Probably. Well. He looks up at like the giant building that's like in front of you guys and like looks up at the top. Take care of my brother for me.
You take care of yourself first.
I will. I don't think I'm going to go far, but I do need to see my friend.
Remind me, what was the exact phrasing of his promise to become a great knight?
Like from whenever he first made that first promise?
Yeah. I just want to
Oh,
know the
crap.
exact phrasing he used.
I don't remember. I'd have to look back.
You could just say anything and I'll believe it's what you said in the canon.
I want to make sure it's the right one, but basically, yeah, he just wants to be the best, be the strongest knight that there ever was. Go with that.
Like no one ever was. Got it. Cool. Yeah, go see your friend. And I'm gonna, once Ulrich turns to leave and like is walking away, I'm just gonna call after him and be like, and by the way, Ulrich.
He stops and turns.
You're already one of the greatest knights I've ever known. And I've been alive a long time.
The amount of pride that this little boy suddenly puffs up this, well, 18, 16 years old, 16, somewhere in there.
Baby, he's baby.
He's baby.
I'm
But
like 185. He's a little penis.
But he just like, you see his chest like stick up and his like, he raises his head and he nods and he gives like a little mock salute and then turns about and like walks down the path with like almost like a strut in his step. No.
I'm gonna give this kid too much confidence. He's gonna get himself killed. But like, I can't help myself. I swing on the glass. No, I'm kidding.
Been saying that since the beginning.
If I keep mentioning it, then it'll hurt less when it happens.
Yeah, because you expected it, right? Exactly. All right. Well, as
I am full of rage.
I was just gonna get my brother killed.
as Esh is
Already got Solomon killed.
getting his studies done, Dimitri is having tea, Orin is having refresher courses, and Ezra is fumigating in the hallway.
Ezra's finding a room with punchable walls.
Yeah, I'm sure that
Is there a rage room in this fucking priory?
There's totally a training room that you can go and unleash in.
I need a bat.
Beautiful. We'll do that. All right. Well, on that note, we'll end for tonight. So, beautiful job, guys. Oh God.
She's ready.
She's got a knife.
It's just a letter opener. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Really fancy one. All right. Thank you guys so much for another wonderful evening. we had it all. We had some laughs, we had some chills, we had some thrills, we had some WTFs.
We had
You
some
know.
body horror.
We had some body horror.
We had some body horrors.
And some body horrors. But yes, we will see you in 2 weeks as we will be taking a break next week. We dive into the depths of this next adventure for Esh, Ezra, Oren, and Dimitri, and associated friends. But
and co.
But until then,
And Mumford and Sons.
and Mumford and Sons, and
Three's
Oscar,
Company.
and his company, and Oscar Mayer. Until then, stay fey, be brave. The safe word is mango.
Praise
the mother.
Is
And we'll
about pussy?
no, that's
yeah,
going
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Have you seen this mouse?
Have you seen this mouse? Have you seen my mouse? All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.